everybody, I'm Jack. I'm 18 years of age. My life is a mess, mostly because of my mom, Julia. She's been super controlling my entire life, but things have reached a breaking point. Now I'm stuck in the emotional turmoil that's tearing me apart. My mom has always been overbearing, but her control has escalated to a suffocating level. She tracks my phone, checks my text, and monitors every aspect of my life. College applications, a nightmare. She insisted I became a doctor at a prestigious medical school in London, completely ignoring my passion for computer science. Every attempt to discuss my dreams turns into a lecture about the, quote, stability or the prestige of medicine. I know I'm lucky to have a mother who cares about me, but sometimes it feels like she cares about me too much. It's really been suffocating. It's not just about school either. There's this whole possessive thing, like, she acts like I'm some kind of prized possession. She doesn't want me hanging out with anyone she doesn't, quote, approve of. Especially girls. Girls have been out of question. Lately, my mom's interference has reached new heights. She freaks out if I'm out past 9 and bombards me with calls and texts when I'm out. And if I don't pick up, she starts calling my friends. Even my friends have gotten sick of it and rarely invite me anywhere thanks to her constant intrusions. Dating, it's been really bad. My mother has the weird idea that girls are a distraction and a threat to her control. In middle school, she would grill any girl I talked to about her family background and future plans, basically searching for reasons to break us up. In high school, it escalated, and there was never a girlfriend good enough in her eyes. She's literally the worst, I'm serious, like, the absolute worst. I mean, I love her and all, but she's basically trying to control every aspect of my entire life. It's like I'm 5 years old, and she thinks that I'm going to forget to brush my teeth if she's not there to remind me. Everything from what I wear to what I eat. Mom decides every single thing. Guys, I'm 18, dude. 18. I'm supposed to be figuring out who I am, making mistakes, learning from them, you know. But no, not for me. I've got Mom hovering over me like a helicopter, a dictator. Then came summer. Summer's the best thing that's ever happened to me. See, she's sweet, funny, and incredibly supportive. She belongs to an immigrant family from China. Her parents are very strict, but we somehow make it work. But the worst part is how Mom's trying to destroy my relationship with Summer. Summer makes me happy like no one else can. She's dealing with a lot, though, and she's on medicine for depression, but she's so strong. She also has dreams. She wants to be a painter. She's really talented. But of course, my mom thinks Summer is such a bad influence. She didn't even know her then, but she already decided Summer was not good enough for me. One time, I naively thought inviting Summer for dinner would help. My mom spent the entire meal putting up a fake smile and asking so many loaded questions. When Summer and I went upstairs, with the door unlocked, of course, per Mom's order, my mother barged in screaming at Summer to leave and calling her names. It was humiliating. I've never invited Summer to my house ever again. So after Summer left, my mom starts on to me about how I needed to think about my future and not let myself get sidetracked. She tried to guilt-trip me. She starts going on about how much she sacrificed for me, how I was betraying her by choosing Summer over her dreams for me. It's frustrating, guys. I mean, Summer understands me in a way my mom never has, and she supports me, listens to me, and doesn't try to control my life. I want a future with her, and I can see us being really happy together. But every time I mention her to my mom, it's like I'm talking about some criminal or something. She goes on and on about how I need to focus on my studies and not get distracted by girls. Like, come on, man, I'm 18 already. The boys younger than me have experienced much more than that, and I'm still stuck here trying to date one little girl? I don't get why she can't see that Summer makes me happy. She hates Summer, like really hates her. It's like she's stuck in some old-fashioned movie or something. Summer's just trying to find her way, and she's doing it better than most people I know. The other day, we were at the mall just hanging about, nothing big, just grabbing some food and looking around. We were laughing about some stupid TikTok video when I saw Mom across the food court. Great. Just great. She marched over and starts giving me this whole lecture about how I need to be more responsible and less childish. Now, just me? No, not just me. She also yelled at Summer at the type of outrageous clothing that she was wearing, and she was trying to lure her son away from her. I wanted to crawl under a rock and die. I mean, I'm not stupid. I know med school is a big deal, and I'm not saying I don't want to go to college or have a career, but I want to decide what career I want, and I want to do it with Summer by my side. We've talked about it a lot, and we both know that it won't be easy, but we're willing to make it work because we care about each other. But the worst part was when she actually tried to sabotage our relationship a few days ago. Summer's parents are Orthodox, Christian, and rather conservative. Even allowing her to date was a big deal for them. But they trusted her daughter and had met me before approving our relationship. My mother knew of all this. One day when Summer and I were at school, Mom went to her house and told her parents all sorts of lies. She told them that their daughter was sleeping around and acting like someone with not very good morals. She had even secretly taken pictures of us going into my room. When Summer was over for dinner, she showed those pictures to Summer's parents, claiming that we were having coitus and that Summer was a bad influence on me. The photos were taken completely out of context, but they were enough to make Summer's parents absolutely furious. They believed my mom and immediately confronted Summer when she got home. Well, Summer tried to explain, but her parents were too angry to hear. They grounded her, took away her phone, and forbid her from seeing me again. She was even beaten up by her mom. They even forbade her from going to school, and it took a lot of help from teachers and her friends to finally convince them to let her attend school at least. So when she returned, 3 days later to school, she told me everything, tears streaming down her face, and I was shocked. I was angry. I felt a deep sense of betrayal. Summer was devastated. She didn't talk to me for days because of it. I had to beg for her to believe me that I had nothing to do with this. My mom's interference not only messed up our plans, but also damaged my relationship with Summer for a while. Now, I'm caught in a lose-lose situation. My mom has given me an ultimatum, break up with Summer if I want to go to college for engineering, a compromise I was willing to make, or forget about college altogether if I stay with Summer. My mom's overbearing control is destroying my life. I can't lose Summer, but I don't know how to stand up to my mother without causing a complete meltdown. Every time I try to talk to my mom about Summer, she dismisses my feelings. She insists that I'm too young to know what's best for me and that Summer is just a phase, but Summer is not a phase. She's the person who understands me better than anyone. She's my brightness through winter. She supports my dreams, listens to my fears, and makes me feel valued. I can't imagine my future without her, but my mom is determined to drive a wedge between us. It's not just about the control and the ultimatums, it's the way my mom makes me feel like I'm betraying her by wanting something different for my own life. She constantly reminds me of the sacrifices she's made for me, using guilt to manipulate my decisions, and she says that she just wants what's best for me. But it feels like she wants to live my life for me. I've tried reasoning with her, explaining that I can still have a successful career in computer science, but I can make my own dang decision. And that Summer is important to me, but every conversation ends in frustration and tears. My mom refuses to see things from my perspective, and it feels like I'm talking to a brick wall. The pressure, it's bearable, but barely. I feel like I'm being torn into two directions. On one hand, there's my mom, who's always been there for me, who has sacrificed a lot, so much, and who I don't really want to disappoint all the way. On the other hand, there's Summer, who makes me feel alive, who believes in me and who I don't want to lose ever. I'm at a breaking point and I don't know how much more I can take. So I'm reaching out to all of you for a bit of advice. What should I do? I don't know how to stand up to my mom, but I can't let her control my life any longer. More importantly, I cannot, under any circumstances, lose Summer. I just don't know what to do, but I would take some help or advice, so please guys let me know. Update number 1. It's Jack again. It's been about a month since I've last posted, and things have taken a turn for the absolute worst. I never thought I'd be writing this with such sadness and shock, but here I am trying to make sense of it all. Summer is gone. My girlfriend. The love of my life. No more. Well, to continue from where I left off, I was grappling with my mom's ultimatum. She demanded I chose between her paying for my college fees or staying with Summer. Mom wasn't bluffing. She was the power of it, and she had it to yank the rug from under me. College, my car, literally everything. Maybe it sounds pathetic, but I was terrified, and I'm not prepared to be completely on my own. To be honest, I was afraid of what my mom would do if I upset her. She gets really unpredictable when she's angry. I could already imagine the yelling, the guilt trips, and all the blame game. I didn't know what to do, but I felt immense pressure to keep the peace and avoid my mom's wrath. I reluctantly decided to break it off with Summer, thinking it was the only way to move forward despite how much it hurt. When I met Summer to break the news, it was bad. I was a mess. I tried to explain, but the words were stuck in my throat. I ended up saying I needed space and was stressed about school. She looked absolutely devastated but did not argue at all. She just walked away, leaving me feeling like the biggest failure. I thought that would be the end of it, but things spiraled after that. See, Summer had been suffering, struggling with depression. Something she fought every day was strength, such strength. She was facing constant battles at home, pressures from her parents, and the relentless stress of trying to succeed with her art while managing her mental health. My breakup became her final point. I found out from her best friend that Summer had been crying nonstop after our breakup. She was isolated and misunderstood, even more so without me by her side. Her parents did not understand her passion for art and kept pushing her towards a more stable career, as they say. They didn't see her talent the way I did, and they certainly did not support her dreams. A week ago, I got the news that Summer took her own. I was in shock. I was paralyzed by the reality of it. I couldn't breathe. I couldn't think. How could this happen? She was the strongest person I knew, but I guess every human has that breaking point, and I pushed her to it. I blame myself every day. If I stood up to my mother, if I had been there for Summer instead of caving to my mom's demands, maybe things would have been different. I do blame my mom for pushing me to this decision, for not understanding, for being so overbearing and just controlling that I felt I had absolutely no choice. I'm consumed with guilt and anger. How do I even begin to process this? My mother's interference did not just ruin my relationship, it contributed to Summer's death. I'm so angry at her, at myself, at everything in this world. I feel helpless. I don't know what to do about my mom. Part of me wants to teach her a lesson, to make her see that consequences do have actions. I don't know how. I'm stuck, I'm lost in this nightmare, trying to find a way out. What should I do? How can I confront my mom and deal with this rage and grief? I need your advice now more than ever, even though it doesn't matter. Summer will never be back in my arms. Update number 2. It's Jack again. I've been thinking a lot about what happened with Summer. And I'm done being the victim. It's time to take action, and I need to make my mom pay for everything she's done. This is not just about revenge, it's about justice for Summer and for myself. My first step is to expose my mom for who she really is. She's always been absolutely obsessed with her reputation, so that's where I'll start. I've been gathering proof of her controlling behavior, documenting incidents from my childhood to this present day. I've compiled text, emails, and even recorded a few conversations where she was at her worst. But simply exposing her at church? Come on, that's amateur hour. I need to go deeper, revealing more of her darkest secrets. My mom has always been involved in local charities and social events, portraying herself as this perfect, benevolent woman. I'm planning to send anonymous letters and emails to her friends and colleagues, detailing her manipulative actions and the real reasons behind her involvement in these activities. I want everyone to see the true hypocrite that she is. Next, I'm planning to ruin her relationship with her new little boy toy. I found out she's been cheating on him while he's out of town. I have proof, text, and photos that I'm going to send to him. He deserves to know the truth about the woman he's with. I hope it shatters her romantic life the way that she shattered mine with Summer. I'm also considering taking legal action. See, Summer's parents are devastated. They blame me for what happened, and I don't blame them. I understand their anger and grief, but I believe my mom's actions played a significant role in pushing Summer over the edge. I'm trying to convince her parents to file a case against my mom for emotional distress. It's been tough. They don't want to do a thing. They're still mourning their daughter, but I'm persistent, explaining how holding my mom accountable might bring some justice for Summer. To add to this, I've been reaching out to local news outlets with my story, and I'm presenting myself as a whistleblower, somebody who is bravely standing up against a toxic, manipulative person in our community. I've already got a few reporters interested in hearing me out. If I can get them to publish an article in our newspaper or do a segment of my mom, it could completely ruin her public image. And then there's the personal confrontation. I've been avoiding my mother, staying locked in my room planning my moves like a chess match. She thinks it's just a phase, but she doesn't know what's coming. I'm preparing a full-blown confrontation where I will lay out everything that she has done, every way she's controlled and hurt me, and I want her to see the pain that she's caused and realize her actions do have consequences in this world. I'm also planning to cut all ties with her once everything is done. It's not going to be easy, but I need to be free from her toxic influence if I'm ever going to move forward with my life. There are moments when I feel guilty about what I'm planning, but then I remember Summer, and I know this is what I have to do. She would not want me to let my mom win. She would not want me to fight back and take control of my life. So here I am, planning my revenge and collecting the proof I need. It's a dark path, but it's the only way that I see to bring justice and make my mother understand the severity of her actions. I'll keep you guys updated on the progress, because right now it's time to plan it. Operation December Summer. Update number 3. It's me, Jack, again with my latest revenge saga. Buckle up because things have gotten wild, buttercake. So, as you might recall from my last update, I was gearing up to expose my mother for the manipulative monster that she is. I wasn't just going to throw some shade online, I went all out. I collected every piece of dirt on her, from incriminating text messages, emails, and her little charity scam. Well, the aim, to tear down her images and make sure that she felt the full weight of her actions. The big reveal went down exactly as I planned. I dropped all the details on social media, tagging everybody she knows. It was a digital bloodbath. The comments exploded with shock, outrage, as people learned about the double life she's been living. See, I followed up with an announcement on a charity event that she was an important member of. The media was there as well, and I told them about how she tried to control who I dated. I told them about how she blamed Summer for everything, and I even told them about the time she tried to get Summer's own parents against her rights to the point where she eventually... Oh, you know what she did. I know it was a low blow, but I did not care. I wanted her to feel the pain that I felt. Mom sat there frozen, and I finished by pleading for them to see her true nature, insisting that she's held accountable for ruining my life and taking Summer away from me. The reporters were eating it up, and before long my mom's face was on every local news channel in our area. Her perfect image was shattered. Her reputation, tatters. My mom tried to make a run for it. She headed home thinking she could dodge the chaos, but oh no. The police were already waiting outside. It was like something out of a bad TV show. She saw me standing there and immediately starts begging me to tell the police that she's innocent. And that's when I hit her with the ultimate bombshell. I was the one who helped Summer's parents file a case against her. Her face went from panic to sheer terror in seconds. But I was far from being done. I found out that she was embezzling funds from the charities that she pretended to care about. I tipped off the authorities anonymously, of course, and led to an investigation. The headlines quickly shifted from personal scandal to financial fraud. She was officially a pariah. On top of that, I leaked her affair to her boyfriend, my favorite part, about the recent fling that she had while he was out of town. Well, he was devastated, poor guy, and left her with a huge fight. As her world fell apart, I had a lot of mixed feelings. I mean, it's not exactly fun seeing a family member's life fall to pieces, but this was about more than just revenge. Summer deserved justice, and this was why I did it. It's my way of making sure my mom faced her consequence. Now I'm just focused on moving on. I'll cut all ties with my mom. It's going to be a tough road, but I'm committed to rebuilding my life away from her toxic influence. Anyways, thank you guys for the support and encouragement. Your words have kept me going through this messy process. Update number 4. This is the final update from Jack. Hey guys, it's Jack. It's my last updates, but I really thought that I should let you guys in on everything that occurred in after. And to be honest, in a way, it's also feeling like a closure to me to write this. So after everything that went down a few weeks ago, things have not really settled for any better for Mom. I finally confronted her like I've been planning to for years, and I told her how she messed up my life in Summers. Well, she was stunned. Not used to me standing up to her with such intentness. She screamed, we screamed, we all screamed, where I aired all my grievances, her control, and driving Summer away into her twisted reality. Despite her attempts to guilt-trip me, I stayed firm. I packed up, I left, and I cut ties with her for good. I blocked her calls and moved out, and it felt like a huge relief. Finally, free from the grip. She's still under investigation for charity embezzlement as well as Summer's case. Although the chances of her actually serving jail time are thin, the entire procedure is no less than nerve-wracking. I, on the other hand, have been doing better. The loss of Summer still weighs heavy on my heart, but I finally managed to get out of my mom's control. I've graduated school and I'm taking a gap year until I can figure out about college. But one thing's for sure, I won't ask my mom for help for anything anymore. She's dead to me. I went to Summer's family. I thought maybe they would understand, maybe they would see that I was just as much a victim as Summer was, but they slammed the door in my face, screaming at me to never show myself again. It hurt like hell. I get it. They've been through so much pain, and here I was reminding them of it again. I'm not gonna give up. I promised myself and Summer that I would keep going back until they finally forgive me. I owe it to her memory to show them I'm not the same person Mom made me out to be. I don't know what's next for me, guys. I really don't. Maybe I'll try to go back to school and figure out what I want to do with my life. It's weird being on my own, but I guess it's better than being stuck in the toxic mess at home. Anyways, guys, that's it. Thank you for listening to me, and your support means the world. Seriously, it means the world. And if anybody's going through mental stuff like Summer was, just know there's help out there, and whenever you do what Summer did, it hurts a lot of people. I miss her to this day more than anything in this world. Goodbye.